Hey everybody, it's Brad from workfromhomewithbrad.com, and I'm going to try to show you here how, if you have an autoresponder, you can follow up with your leads other than just using the autoresponder. Because a lot of times people opt out, or they don't really respond to your messages, so there is some kind of tricky ways that you can track down your leads to follow up with them using Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, Skype, etc. And you can pretty much use these techniques in any of those avenues. Uh, Now, when you get an opt-in, now I don't want to reveal anybody's email address except mine, so just bear with me while I switch, screens instead of actually clicking in, and people's emails will come up, and I don't want to reveal people's emails or names, etc. So now you can see here I have 47 leads today. That's just today that opted in to one of my campaigns for my capture pages in the BMID system. And there is a link under this video if you want to get involved in that. It's a great little system. It pays you every day, right to your PayPal account, direct payment from the person that signs up under you. And their capture pages are good. They have everything you need to build a business. And it just happens to use Traffic Wave Autoresponder. So I have my leads come in. Okay. Now I'm going to go over into that area. And in here, if you click on your email about, you had a lead come in, a new subscriber has been confirmed. All you got to do is go into the little email here, and you can click on their email address, okay? And you can personally send them an email. This is not from your autoresponder. You want to log into your Gmail account and just go ahead and send them a personal message saying, hey, I see you opted in. You can contact me. You can give them your phone number, any way to, your Facebook address. Say, please contact me. I want to show you, how the system works, etc., etc. Okay. So that's one way to follow up with them using just their email. Sometimes you can do a broadcast email in your autoresponder system, but this is a more personal way of being able to connect with them. Then they have your Gmail account and they can just respond back to you. Now, another thing you can do is you can go to Facebook and say I want to search for my email. This is one of my email addresses on my other Facebook account. Okay, you see Facebook found that email, and it brings up my picture with my profile. Now this is another profile I have on Facebook that I opened up just to give you these examples. So you can click on their profile and you can add them as a friend or message them. Now if you only know the person's name, you can also search for them like that, but there's a lot of people on Facebook, so you might not get the right person. Sometimes you can look at their timeline and see what they're posting, or you can look in their about section, see if they match any of the information that you might know about them. So there's a lot of different ways. Now if you type in an email address, like when I type in my other email address here, and Facebook doesn't find a match, they'll give you the option to search the web for that email address. So you just click on that. Now it's going to bring up some invalid things like Gmail from Google, Google accounts that aren't actually finding this email address. But if you scroll down a little bit, you see, oh, well, here's Bradley Matthews' profile on MLM Social. See, it found this email address. You zoom in here. See, it found my email address on the web in MLM Social. So what I'm going to do me zoom out here. So I'm going to click on that web address and see what we can find. Oh, and there I am. And let's click on profile. Well, there's all kind of contact information. So using the web search for that email, I was able to find a profile on another social website. And there's my Skype address, my personal email, my Facebook address, my Twitter, etc. Okay, so those are two of the ways you can use Facebook, either finding the person's actual profile or using this web search to search out their email and find them on another social networking site, or even if they have a website or a blog that lists their email. Like if I type in work from home with Brad.com, search the web, and here we see work from home with Brad.com. Click on that and it takes you to my blog. And there's ways to connect with me, etc. So there's a couple different ways you can use it, but it's a great little tool, either with the web search or with email, using the Facebook profile to find the person and adding them as a friend. That's the best thing to do. You always want to try to find their Facebook, be able to add them as a friend. Now, if that's not possible and you totally strike out on Facebook, what you want to do is you want to send them an email, like I did here, using their email address. And what it's going to do, if I go under sent mail here, see I sent myself a test message. See when I hover over it, it brings up add to circles. You can add the person to your circles. It's going to pull any of their Google Plus information. So let me click in the email that I sent to myself as a test. Now I have 2 Google Plus accounts. I did one for testing purposes just to show you this video. So here's the email I sent to myself, and let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now you can look over here to the right. It shows my name. I can add this person, whoever you sent the email to, the person you're following up with, to any of your circles. Like for this, I created a circle called BMID leads, and then if it's a lead for my BMID system, I add them to that circle. That way I can contact them on Google Plus. And there's a couple things you can do here. You can click on this little button and invite them to chat. You've already sent them an email, so you don't need to use that. You can go under more actions, edit contact details, and you can do adding to circles. It doesn't particularly show my phone number or anything. I think you need to already have that added. But another thing you can do, once you invite them to chat with you, is you can just click on the name and it's going to take you to their Google Plus profile. And then if they had posts on their wall, you can, if they haven't added you to their circles, you can just go into one of their posts, or see how it says say hi to Brad. If you see something like that, you can click on it to send them a message. Or if they have posts on their wall, you can simply type in a comment on one of their posts. Hi, it's so-and-so from wherever. I'm trying to get in contact with you. Please email me, call me at this number. So that's how you use Google Plus, and you need a Gmail account. That's what I recommend using. So when you send your email to the person, and then you go back into the sent mail that you sent, it's going to extract their Google Plus information if they're on Google Plus. and a lot of people are. Now, you can do this on LinkedIn. You can search people's email addresses, their name, but you're going to pull up a lot of names of people that might not be the person you're looking for. If you have a web address or something, like when I search for my workfromhomewithbrad.com on LinkedIn, it pulls up my profile here. So there's a number of ways you can use this to your advantage, and get following up with your leads. Again, I recommend adding them as a friend on Facebook, because that's where you're going to be able to directly chat with people and be able to follow up with them, a lot closer, and explain to them why they should join your business. So that's now Skype. You can do this too, but it's a little bit harder because a lot of people don't have their email added to their profile. You're going to pull up a lot of names and you won't know which person it is unless if you send an email out to a person and they have a profile photo, you'll see their little photo here. That's on their Google Plus profile. You can match up their photo or something like that. So I hope that this helps. I hope it wasn't too confusing for you. If you have any questions, you can contact me on Facebook. Show you my profile here. It's facebook.com/Brad Scott Matt. And you can either add me as a friend, send me a message, and I'll be glad to help you out any further. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.